Who were last seen near the Farmington River has been suspended, at least until water conditions improve.
Last week, the search got underway in Canton and in Avon, and we're checking back in with Fox 61's Lauren Zinzi. She's joining us with the latest, but you have been following this from the beginning, Lauren.
Yeah, it was just devastating to see the families of these two teens walking towards us with just utter disbelief and sadness on their faces that this was happening to their families. They had to end the search on Sunday because of high water levels and dangerous conditions on the river. Now, officials say that those conditions were worse than they were on Saturday and were deemed too unsafe for the search to resume on the water. Now, the search started last Thursday night after 15-year-old Lucas Brewer and 17-year-old Anthony Nagore were reportedly missing Thursday when they were supposed to be home at about 5 o'clock, and family couldn't get a hold of them, so that's when they reached out to police. Items belonging to them, including their clothing, sneakers, and their cell phones, were found on the side of the river just hours later. And this morning, Captain Keith Williams with the DEEP joining me now with the latest update on the search. Captain Williams, this has been a long and tireless process, and I know that you just got out of a meeting to talk about the water levels, and unfortunately, the water has been such an issue for this recovery effort at this point.
Oh, good morning. Thank you for having me. And first off, I just want to say that our hearts, our thoughts and prayers go out to the families of these two individuals. It's these situations are never easy to handle. And yes, we did have a meeting this morning with Army Corps of Engineers, and basically what the plan is going forward for the rest of the week, because we had a lot of water from last night's storms up in Massachusetts that is still coming down. They have to release water out of the reservoirs because that level could be a dangerous situation with spillover down the road if they don't. So the plan is starting this morning. They're going to start releasing water out of Colebrook Reservoir, and we're going to let it run for the next couple of days, and in that hopes to draw that level of the reservoir down. And then hopefully Friday afternoon, we're going to do a drawdown, and we're going to start shutting it down for the hopes that Saturday morning we can get all of our assets back on the water and continue with the search effort. So the idea is to release as much water as possible now for the next couple of days. And then hopefully Friday we can do a drawdown, and Saturday morning get our assets back on the water to continue the search.
Now I know the
and
Army...
again,
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, and again, that's all, weather related. We're at the mercy of Mother Nature right now, but that's the plan going forward.
Now, you mentioned shutting down on Friday. Last week, the Army Corps of Engineers was able to shut the dam down to about 50% release of water. Is that going to be the same percentage, or are they going to try and totally shut it down on Friday because they're able to release so much over the next 4 days?
Right. Well, they can't completely shut it down, but that is the goal. If we can reach 50% or greater, that would be extremely helpful. Obviously, the drawdown that they did on Friday or Saturday was very helpful. Unfortunately, the rain came that night and disrupted the plan again. So the idea is to hopefully release a lot of water now so that they can do the drawdown on Friday and get it down to a safe level. And I just want to reiterate, with that said, the water levels are dangerous right now for anybody that's recreating, fishing, boating, tubing, what have you. Please stay off the water right now until water levels drop significantly. It's very dangerous to be out there right now.
And unfortunately, the conditions are going to be getting even more treacherous than they have been the past few days and over the weekend because that water is going to be released. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah, excuse me. They're going to start releasing water later this morning. So water levels are going to rise from Colebrook all the way down. So it's going to affect all the communities on the Farmington River. So please, I can't reiterate enough, please stay off the water until water levels are at a safe level. And that's going to be, that's going to take some time for those levels to drop down. We just don't want any more incidents on the river. And I can't stress it enough, just please stay off the water until the water levels drop down.
And lastly, I want to reiterate to all of our viewers and the families and friends of these two teenagers that are watching, you've been using countless resources to help recover these two teenagers, and that's not going to stop. Maybe the search on the water is stopping at this point in time, but what other resources have you been able to use over the past few days and over the next 5 days leading up to Friday?
Correct. So we've had Farmington PD has been using a drone. We've had some other agencies that have helped out with drones. We will continue to deploy those assets. We're still continuing shore searches as much as we can with our canine units. We will continue to do so. And again, like I said, Saturday, we're going to hopefully have all of the assets that have been involved, Avon, Farmington, Burlington, State Police. We're all going to be back there on Saturday in hopes to continue the search with safer conditions.
Absolutely. Captain Williams, I want to thank you so much for your time. I know it's never easy talking to families, telling them just devastating news. So I know that your hard work is not going unnoticed, and we know that you guys have a lot more work to do. Really appreciate everything.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And we'll be continuing to follow this here on Fox 61 News. You can download the Fox 61 News app and get free push alerts right to your phone with any new information that may come about. But for now, Tim and Eric, I'll send things back over to you.